In any realm, in any respect. So you've never had a piece of paper put in front of you by a Foreign Office lawyer that says that Israel is in breach of its international humanitarian commitments under international humanitarian law?
Look, the reason for not answering this question, I can't recall every single bit of paper that's been put in front of me. I look at everything. I mean, of course, there are lots of things that have happened where you think, well, surely that was something that shouldn't have happened, and so I don't want to answer that question because.
Forgive me, in 2013, you were quite happy to say from the dispatch box that war crimes had been committed by the Assad regime when it came to chemical weapons use, and 2 years later, you were happy to say that Hamas had committed a war crime when they shot rockets into Israel.
Yeah, well, I do think there's a difference between using chemical weapons to kill people and Israel fighting a conflict where they're trying to deal with a terrorist force that inflicted an appalling attack on their country.
It's a difference in setting or specifics or scale, but not in principle, which was your willingness and ability to determine whether or not international law had been broken.
I'm not sure we're going to get a lot further with this. I mean, if you're asking me, am I worried that Israel has taken action that might be in breach of international law because this particular premises has been bombed or whatever? Yes, of course I'm worried about that, and that's why I consult the Foreign Office lawyers when giving this advice on arms exports. So that's why I don't. So if you put it that way, I'm happy to say yes, of course. Every day I look at what's happened and ask questions about, is this in line with international humanitarian law? Could the Israelis have done better to avoid civilian casualties? Of course I do that.
We have no doubt that you'd ask those questions. It's about the response you've received.
Yeah, I understand the question that you want to answer, yeah. But the question that I want to ask is the point, have you received legal advice which says that Israel is in breach of international humanitarian law?
The short answer to that is no. But I want to qualify it instantly because it's not fair on the lawyers, because of course the lawyers give you lots of advice saying, look, we're worried about this event, that event, this event, that event. We're going to go away, we're going to consult with the Israeli authorities, we're going to ask a bunch of questions, and then we're going to give you considered legal advice, given everything, on the basis of capability, commitment and everything else. Have they broken international law? So that's why it's not really a yes or no answer. But I'm trying to be helpful by sort of explaining how the job works.